Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today we have the Billy Beene Show. He's one of our great listeners, and he gave us 5 Imagineering scenarios. And Pam and Scott join me today to talk about these scenarios when it comes to bringing new lands to Walt Disney World, possibly new hotels, transportation systems, even restaurants. Where we put them? How we theme these? So here we have to say our answers are they're all right, I think. And then Billy gives home run answers after we give our suggestions. And then what we want you to do is kind of think right along with us and come over to the clubhouse and give your thoughts after the show. So a little armchair Imagineering on today's podcast. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use that Amazon affiliate link whenever you can. That does help support our podcast. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. You're the all-stars that keep this show going. Can't thank you enough for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And when you do that, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this weekend. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2831 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for an awesome weekend. We sure are around these parts because we're kicking it off by talking some Disney, and we have a great panel assembled for you today. We have a great topic from one of our best friends. We're calling this one the Billy Show, because our good friend Billy Beene gave us an email a couple weeks back, and we're going to tackle 5 of his great topics, 5 questions that are thinkers. So everybody play along with us today. This is one of those where you get to play right along with us, whether you're on a run, walking the dog, doing the dishes, on a commute. You got to think a little bit today. Scott was worried. He's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with these questions. I don't know either. So who knows where the show's going to go. But then, coming over to the clubhouse, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, the Discord channel, and let's have a combo this weekend. Let's get everybody in here so we can start the conversation. Scotty G, Must See Adventures, the hottest channel on the YouTube, joining us here. Scotty G, happy Friday. What's going on?
Happy Friday, Mike. I know we're recording this one a little early, but I'm excited to say it's a 3-day weekend for me. Like, this is what you need when you're recovering from the holiday, when you work in the corporate world. You get another long weekend thanks to the Martin Luther King holiday. I need that in this wintertime. It helps me get caught up in the new year. So really looking forward to the 3-day weekend and the national championship football game for college football. We have no idea who's playing in it, but I bet you I guarantee you someone from the Big Ten is playing in it.
Can I just give you one of these?
They are not playing.
They're not playing in it. But let me just give you one of these.
And I'll just say roll tide to you.
But
they are definitely not
either.
either.
I don't have any buttons for. Yeah, I'm kind of out of buttons. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yes.
Yeah, excited for the weekend. It should be a good one, and excited to see what kind of questions Billy Beene has in store for us.
Yes. Can I say that I'm glad that I'm actually not on an airplane flying home during the national championship game for like the first time in forever? Because Pam brought that up to my Pam. She's like, you realize you won't be in an airplane flying home on the Natty this time, because usually the national championship game for years was always that Monday that everybody's flying home from Marathon Weekend. You're trying to watch it on the plane with sketchy Wi-Fi. It's a mess.
What's also interesting though is you always say like, oh, I can't come down for Wine and Dine or these other race weekends because I can't miss any college football. Yet the semifinal football games are happening over Marathon Weekend, and you're probably not going to watch much of them because you got to wake up early the next morning.
That is because I know Mizzou's not going to
recording these early. But
not that I don't have faith in my Mizzou Tigers, but I will. So yeah, I mean, I kind of assumed they would not be in either the semifinals or the finals of the national championship. Now I will defer. Like if they were to make the national championship semifinals or finals, I will just not run. I would go to the games. I will say that. But
there we go.
Yeah.
All right. We have it on record here.
Absolutely. You know that, dude. Like my brother-in-law,
know
like I
it.
said,
I
I
do
talked
know
about on Wednesday. He went to the Rose Bowl. I would have been at the Rose Bowl. If Mizzou would have been in that, I promise you, I would have been at the Rose Bowl because that'd have been like living a dream come true. But
For sure.
let's go. Pam Forrester, she's here. She's like, shut up about the football. Let's talk some
I just
Disney.
sort of do my eyes like glaze over. I'm like, what?
I know, but you put up with us and we appreciate you.
I know, I do.
Co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday, Pam. We love you.
I like that you all are excited by it. Like, I'm not trying to yuck on anyone's yums here. I get it. Like, that's yeah, Hannah taught me that one. Like, I like that everyone has their passions and have things that make them happy. So that's a good thing.
Sure.
Probably not everyone thinks that the stuff that I like is very interesting. So
I think I just like everyone's interest. I think
I
everyone.
do too.
I just think the world is a wonderful place, and I love what that people have things that they enjoy.
Let's all
Right.
Like
join
listening
hands.
to the Be Our Guest podcast.
Put your hand out, Scott. Put your hand out, Pam, in the box. Let's all sing Kumbaya before we start.
I'm doing like this. Do I have to do like this?
We need it. Well, if we're a real good YouTube channel, this would be the thumbnail, but we're not. Who cares?
I'm honestly not even like the big college football fan that much anymore. I just like the dog Mike on it because
I am. I'm in. It's. I cry when I watch the like, dude. So this was a couple weeks back at this point, but I mean, I'm not even a big NFL fan, but they showed the video from the last game at Highmark Stadium for the Buffalo Bills. And I cried on the treadmill for that. Like, I mean, because I feel it. Like, you see these fans that have been there for like 30 years of their season tickets, and you're there like watching the last game, and they show all the highlights of Marv Levy and Jim Kelly and, all the players. It's like, dude, it's like cutting off an arm or something in that last game. It's so sad. Sports hurt you. That's all they do. They just hurt you.
Yeah,
Why
it's
do we do
pain,
sports?
sadness.
but you know what cheers you up? Walt Disney World.
Exactly.
There you go.
Let's go. So, and Billy Beene. Billy Beane's a good friend. Let's talk about it. So, what Billy did was he wrote in an email. It says, "Hey, Mike, Pam, Ricky, Scott. Here's my possible show idea. It seems like there have been plenty that you can. It seems like there have been plenty of you that can have something, but I messed that up. Here's my possible show idea. It seems that there have been plenty of you can have something, but you have something. I'm totally screwing this up, but let me just skip that. I would like to suggest something a little different.
It's a Friday. We're just having a
It
good
is,
time.
and I think Billy has a few typos in there too, but we're just gonna go past that. All right. So let's see. You can be an Imagineer for an episode and with an unlimited budget. So here is the task. So we have 5 of them. 1, reimagine transportation. You can expand an existing line if you choose from where to where, or come up with something completely new. Okay, so we get transportation, we can expand a line or do something new. Where are we going to do that? So let's let ladies first. You get to either expand. So any transportation line, I guess Skyliner, monorail, boats, buses. What you doing?
I think I'm doing Skyliner. I do. I really have enjoyed the Skyliner. I think it's sort of a very novel transportation option. Like, you can't really do the Skyliner at that many places, in the country. I know it has some challenges when there's a storm or something like that, but then Disney sort of rolls out some buses to sort of get, to pick up the slack there. And I just sort of like it. I really do. I think that it's just fun that you get such good views. I love the monorail. I truly love the monorail. It's so Disney, but there's just something about it.
So give us a point to point though. Where give us
where I'm going to?
One expansion, point.
I would go, okay, so where do I think needs it? I think that Coronado deserves a little love, and they could have
you just made that hotel a deluxe resort right there by doing that.
Okay, that's all right with me.
$700 a night now. But you're right. I mean,
I was complaining there's not enough moderate hotels, and we just
lost one. Exactly. I knew you're going
to you're going to lose that one.
Exactly. Not oh, sorry about that. I forgot Nick Saban there was a little low, and I forgot to bring him back.
Right. I know. So we're gonna nix that, and I think
you can keep it. I'm just saying. We just.
I am keeping it.
Okay. We just totally changed the balance of power.
No, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. And then I think I might extend it a different way too, but I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm going to. I think I might extend it. I don't know what would be easy to do. Caribbean Beach already has it. Coronado would have to be its own sort of
Hub,
yeah,
like a Caribbean Beach hub, kind of, right?
yeah, it would sort of have to be like you go from Hollywood Studios over to Coronado, which is just across the street.
That's
So
super
I don't
close.
think that would be huge in terms of that. But then what else is near Coronado?
Could it go down World Drive all the way to Magic Kingdom,
Maybe.
Because that'd just be parallel to World Drive, basically. Yeah.
or to
That would be a
Epcot,
nice
maybe?
ride too,
It would be.
actually.
It'd be like almost like the monorail ride, but on the
It
other
would
side
kind
of
of
the
be like the
road.
monorail line. there,
Yeah, that would be like the long loop, like
Yep.
the Epcot loop. So yeah.
Scotty G, what do you say? What are you thinking?
So I'm just having fun with this. So I actually said this on our last trip, because when we were there, like I think the monorail got like struck by lightning. Like the monorail was down like this one day, like we were going to Magic Kingdom. So the only option was taking the boat from the TTC, which ironically we went there. We said we'll never park there again, but what do? We're there parking it, and I said, I love the ferry boats. They're great. They hold a lot of people, but I'd love to see Walt Disney World like use some of their theming to some of their stories. They love their IP, right? So I say we need to get some submarines in the Seven Seas Lagoon,
Oh
and
my
that's how
God.
you get to the Magic Kingdom. It's a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea theme ride that
Yeah.
takes you to the Magic Kingdom from the TTC. So you just aboard the submarine, and boom, you zip on over to the Magic Kingdom. So I'm not like eliminating like any or adding on a new transportation line. I'm just replacing the ferry boats with a submarine ride that kind of gets you psyched, for the Magic Kingdom, for this Fantasyland world you're about to go into.
This is why we're brothers, because we're both going to be tapping into everybody's claustrophobia in 2026. Because so does mine. So, because Billy did say that we're going to become Imagineers and budget was no concern. He did say something like that. Mine is taking your idea and going just a bit further with it. And
Okay.
apparently, now I haven't been to Vegas in ages, but apparently Elon Musk built this boring company out in Vegas where there's this tunnel and it like kind of like a high speed situation. I'd like that to come from the airport to like a central hub at Walt Disney World where you get zip zapped from MCO, because like we all rue the day that Magical Express comes back or went away. But what if we had this like a little pod you get in, like those teller tubes from back in the day at the bank, like get your luggage, boom, it puts you in a little tube and you're 10 minutes. You're at
like in a
Coronado.
little
You're at that
capsule.
Coronado. Like we make this like new super hub, whether it's a Caribbean Beach with the Skyliner or Coronado. It's like the TTC, but it's like the TTC 2.0, right? And that's where the buses now are. Like it's it's the TTC of the future. And boom, it deposits you like a check used to. But boom, you get dropped off at like a central hub and you're there. I mean, like from the airport to Walt Disney World in 10 minutes. Like it shoots you over in
Wow.
like 200 miles an hour underground. What do you say?
That's impressive.
That's what I do. Well, Billy's got. I didn't see. I'm not giving the spoilers, but Billy does have answers. Real quick,
I didn't
though,
even know he had
he
answers.
does
Okay.
at the bottom. Diana, though, on Facebook says, I would like to improve upon the current transportation method. Can we please get estimated wait times at the bus stations at the parks, like
That's a
Riviera
great
bus?
idea.
Riviera bus arriving in 15 minutes, etc. See, I'm the opposite. I say nix those because they're always fake news. Those things are never accurate. Just take them away.
Nope.
They're never right. Or Scott, do you think they're ever right? I'm like, whatever, dude.
I
Those
don't
things
know.
are
It's
never right.
it's funny to see when it's like at 5 minutes and
Then
then
it's 12.
a minute goes by, then it's still at 5 minutes, and a minute goes by, it's still at 5. But it brings you hope that there's a bus coming.
But they're not right. Like it does bring you false hope, is what it brings you. It did. So we'll see. All right. So real quick, Billy said, I'm creating a system of self-driving minibuses that would carry about 20 people to any destination, but there would always be 4 to 5 at any resort. You would queue up for your destination and you would leave and you leave in a more timely manner instead of watching the bus to the park that you're going to pull away just when you made it to the bus stop. I understand that this would make the bus system obsolete. I would retrain the bus drivers to control and assist with the new system. Dude, that is so smart. Like smaller automated buses that go
I love-
everywhere. Oh my gosh,
love
that'd
that
be
idea.
awesome.
A little more realistic than my submarine idea.
Yeah, my bank tube. That's a great idea. I love that idea. All right, number 2. At a resort, where will it be? Value, moderate, or deluxe? What's the theme? Oh, I love this one. All right, Scott, you can go first on this one. Value, moderate, or deluxe? Where are we putting it? What's the theme?
Well, I mean, we need more moderates. We definitely need more moderate resorts. I mean, deluxes are my favorite, but there's when you look at the ratio, there's just there's a need for a moderate for like those budgets, right? Because like that's when we started going to Disney. We're like, well, we don't want to necessarily do value for our first trip, but like we can't really afford the deluxe. Like so we like that moderate price point was just like it for us. So we're gonna add a new moderate resort. Where are we gonna put it? That's the tricky thing. I don't have a map of the property right now, so I'm just trying to think a little bit. But I know the Magic Kingdom resorts are all considered deluxe, but I'm gonna put one by the Magic Kingdom. Like that's what's gonna be crazy. Like people are gonna go nuts if there's oh my gosh, there's a moderate resort now by the Magic Kingdom. The reason that it's moderate is because the monorail doesn't stop here, you know. So sorry, that's why this is gonna be a moderate resort. Because I believe there is some land over there. Like if I remember, like from like Len Testa back in the day used to talk about it, like, and I remember looking up at a Google map, there is some land that could be a resort around there. And I'm going to theme it to I'm stealing a Disney idea that never happened, but I loved like the pop century. Like they're supposed to get those early years. I love like the 30s and
The
40s,
Depression
like,
years.
yeah. The Depression years, but I love the music of the 30s and 40s, like that swing music, like that jazz, like I just love that. So that's gonna kind of be like the theme. Like we're gonna use some like it's gonna almost kind of be like the Tower of Terror theme almost. Like you're gonna have like these bellhops wearing like these cool outfits like from the 30s and stuff. You know, it's just gonna be this cool like jazzy kind of not quite like Riverside. It's just gonna blend in a lot of resorts kind of in a way, but. It's just going to be my moderate resort by the Magic Kingdom. The reason it's moderate because the monorail, unfortunately, is going to skip by it.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go with a value resort since you did a moderate. We need another value, but a value, kind of a higher end value, like a pop, with kind of the better amenities, the newest amenities, on the Skyliner somewhere, so they can have Skyliner access. God, the theme of a value, man. Trying to think because we have like sports, we have a movies, we have a music, we have a pop culture, we have again more movies, art. We have kind of the geographic in the moderate category.
You don't have a shopping mall.
I don't want that. I'm trying to think. What would we do? I was thinking of kind of like because Coronado kind of has this theme, but not really. It's kind of a theme to the like American Southwest. But I was thinking of kind of the grandeur of the frontier kind of theme. You know, we're like, maybe there's a value resort that's themed to like the old cowboy, you know, the old horses, you know, the old idea of the Old West, you know, kind of like a Frontierland type experience where it's the whole thing, where maybe the food court's like a saloon. You go in and everybody's like, howdy, partner. I don't know. Maybe we
like
should
it.
workap that
I like
possibly.
it too.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
good. That's really good.
this is something I just came up with in 2 minutes. That's
Well, we're all
probably
making it up in 2 minutes.
That's not great.
Yes, right.
I don't know if you're going to spend. I don't know if we're spending.
We did not prepare for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know if we're spending $10 billion on this hotel like that I came up with in two minutes, but yeah, that's maybe. Okay, Pam, what would you do?
So I'm going to make a new resort category, and it's going to be moderate plus. So like Coronado, only a little more so, I will say, having that. And I think what I'm going to theme it after is water and all of the IP that does surround water, right? So we have like there's so many movies, in particular Moana, and I know Moana is at the Polynesian, but I think there's just lots of opportunities there to sort of focus in on that. and it would have like a lot of water sort of activities. Maybe there would be some snorkeling, like it would pull in some cool things from Alani, like a snorkeling lagoon and things like that. There would be some beach things, but I'm thinking, like, if you sort of look at what they did over at Evermore, they have this huge sort of lake. I guess I don't call it a lake, but sort of a lake, and whatnot. And I think there's lots of opportunities for that. And Disney did such a good job, I think, with Animal Kingdom Lodge and having animal keepers who care for those animals. And I think that they're ones who could really have sort of animals in this space too, because they bring in animal keepers and things like that. So that's where I'm going.
I like that moderate plus idea.
Yeah.
Because that's how I describe Coronado too. I mean, Disney doesn't describe it that way, but I think we all do. Like in, folks that travel there often.
Yeah.
Like I like French Quarter. I like Riverside. They're awesome. But I mean, there's obviously a little touch above there at Coronado. It's because of the conventioneers and so forth, the amenities there.
Agreed. Yes. And people love that. So I think that that's needed.
Agreed. All right.
Love it.
Question 3. Add a restaurant to Magic Kingdom. It seems to need the most help. Billy says, what land would you put it in? What type of food are you serving? You can dream up something new or import something from another park. Now, see, I get to go first on this one, and I have the easy one here. This is great because Cool Kids Summer 2.0 was announced a couple weeks back, and there's a little confusion, and I'm going to say that they kind of missed out on, or maybe they could do this later. So in Cool Kids Summer 2026, Jesse and the pals are going to go into Diamond Horseshoe Review. But it's not a meal. In our Discord, people thought it was going to be a meal. It's not. It's going to be yodeling, dancing, singing, all that kind of stuff. It's an activity. It's a fun little party, but it's not a meal. But that's going to be my meal. Toy Story character meal in Diamond Horseshoe. It's a winner. You're printing money, Disney. It's Woody's Roundup over in the Magic Kingdom. Boom. Right there in Frontierland. On the edge of Frontierland right there. I mean, it makes sense. Obviously they have the experience at studios, but I mean, bring them over to Magic Kingdom too, and you just be printing money right next to Liberty Tree. I mean, those characters in the Magic Kingdom, totally making sense. So Pam, where are you going to put a restaurant in Magic Kingdom? What are you going to do? What land?
I'm going to do it in Fantasyland, and I'm going to take a Geo 82 approach and have it be an adult only space, because I will tell you the times where I thought I may lose my mind were I was in Fantasyland, and I felt like an adult only restaurant may have given me a little bit of an opportunity to sort of collect myself and put myself back out there again. Now, I completely understand Magic Kingdom. There are going to be kids there. I want to see kids there. That's not the issue for me. I just feel like there are a lot of places in Magic Kingdom for kids, and this might be an opportunity for adults who want to be in the Magic Kingdom too, to sort of get away from that but still experience, I think, like the joy and the nostalgia and the whatnot of that. I think I would sort of theme it to maybe some vintage attractions and some things that people may have sort of a nostalgic connection to, and maybe even look at sort of figuring in some kind of food that fits with that too. Maybe we'll see like foods from the past, not just at the Magic Kingdom, but maybe we'll bring back the handwich as an option.
Oh man, so good. Yes.
Version of it. But like things that they used to have that people always sort of reflect on so nostalgically and want to see these back. I'd absolutely bring in some new things too, because they weren't all winners. Let's just say people may want to have them again, but they weren't all great. But I think it would just be a nice option where adults could go. So
I like that idea. Real quick though, Pam, Veronica over on YouTube is asking about, was Diamond Horseshoe ever a dinner show? It feels like the perfect spot. So it was. Now, did you ever go to it? At Magic Kingdom? Because obviously it was at Disneyland.
So I believe it had a show, but it wasn't like a dinner show when I went.
I thought it did back like in the 70s. It had like a dinner show to it.
I
Did
don't
it not?
know.
I thought it did.
I don't know. I really don't know. I remember there being performances there.
Because there's that stage up there, and then the
Right.
food.
And I remember that. It was sort of like a hoop-de-doo light.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was like quick service when we went. So you were able to get a meal and sort of, take it there and that. Whether before then it was, I don't know. I just didn't my memory is just not that good.
Yeah, I think
So.
back in the 70s, it was like kind of like a hoop-de-doo experience. I think, from what I've read and seen. Diane says she thinks it involved Goofy. I don't know.
I believe it was. There was like a character.
Chainsaws? I don't know. But
No,
we shall see. Just during September and October, I came flying through there, and kids flew out of there. It's crazy. All right, he's got two more. Oh wait, Scott didn't give his. Where's your restaurant going, brother?
Well, I mean, I would just re-gut Tony's. Really just retheme Tony's and like make it a really nice Italian restaurant, because that is just prime spot. But I was just gonna do something kind of funny. I'm going to make a specialty event dining that happens at night, and it's called the Loop Around the Magic Kingdom. So the train is going to turn into a specialty dining option at
dude.
night, where you're served like this meal on the train. Like, even if it's like raining, like, I'm sorry, you got to be on there. Like, you can't even cancel your reservation. You're committed to riding this train, even in the rain, if you have your reservation. But you're going to be served. I haven't figured out what the cuisine is yet, but you're going to do like this loop around the train after they close the train, like for the day. And it's going to be the specialty, like loop around dinner of the Magic Kingdom at night on the train.
I saw something similar to that on the Amazing Race in Europe once, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like they went around the town on a train. Now it was a closed-in train car though, like
Yeah.
But I was like,
I mean, we could get new train cars possibly, but
Yeah.
I think it'd just be kind of cool to do like I don't know how many laps you do if you slow, like how the train goes down, but I think it'd be kind of a fun little concept. I thought, could you do it on the People Mover? But then like, I was just trying to think, where could I do this fun little like different type of interactive like dining thing? So the train seemed like the obvious one for me. But,
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
like our Basmore there on YouTube says they could like bring glass walls down for the train. That'd be super cool. And like Beth says, progressive dinner with foods inspired by the land you pass by. Yeah,
There you go.
dude, that would be awesome. Dude, I love that. I love the transportation. It's kind of like a monorail crawl, kind of. Like, I loved when transportation and dining meet. That's a winner. Yes. All right, we got number 4. If you could add a ride.
Did Billy have his though? Or
Oh yeah, I forgot. Wait. Oh, sorry, we didn't give Billy's number 2 for the resort. He said, "I'm building a new resort near Hollywood Studios. It'd be a moderate, but with the feel of Coronado Springs. Its overall theme would be Art Deco to reflect the style of the old Hollywood sections of Hollywood Studios. I would have cast members, citizens of Hollywood style, roaming the resort." See,
nice.
Billy nails these. He had more time. He didn't do this.
I mean, Billy did nail it. He did have a little more time, but he's still nailing it.
Billy's smarter. All right, number 3 for his third one about the restaurant. So he says, "My new restaurant is going in the new Cars Land. It'd be based on an old style drive-in with car hops on roller skates." Dude,
Okay.
was that even in play? I didn't even know. That's killer. What's that place going to be called
really
again?
good.
I forgot the name of the new Cars Land. It's got
Pistol Peak.
Piston Peak, right?
That's what it is, yeah.
Piston Peak. You did what in your cup? Yeah, it's like kind of like flows. Okay, we gotta
And
go.
the acronyms.
PP.
PP.
You did what? Number 4, if you could add any ride to a park, what type of ride? Coaster, dark ride, interactive game, etc. would it be based on IP? Something you imagine. Pam Forrester. Fire it up.
I want to add more Toy Story / Buzz Lightyear attractions because dang, I want to be able to get on those attractions more because I want to improve my scores. So I don't ever have enough opportunity. I think I would add it to Epcot because it's right for another attraction, right? Maybe maybe the Imagination Pavilion, and we could like shoot whoever came up with the current incarnation of Figment, the Figment attraction, because I'm tired of it. No, I just I feel like the Imagination Pavilion of all the pavilions really deserves a renovation beyond renovations, right? It just does. And I think that maybe there would be a way to sort of, it doesn't necessarily have to be a gun or like that kind of shooting, but there is a way that you could use the same kind of technology where you're sort of building something or doing something like that. I don't know. I need a better Imagineer than I. But someone who could come up with something, and then those skills could sort of translate. And while we're at it, since we have an app that is capable of tracking you, why can't we keep track of our scores on these kind of things,
100%,
right?
yeah.
And earn additional abilities maybe based on this. Like, let's really go all in with this, Disney.
I love that.
I like that idea. What if, like, at the top 3 at the end of the night, like, you get some kind of tangible reward for being awesome?
You get a $5 gift card added to
exactly, or like an ice cream cone or something. I mean, like you rip your rotator cuff in Toy Story Mania, but you get, you get one
right
scoop.
Shoulder right now is bothering
exactly,
me.
but you get one scoop at the plaza. Like, is it worth it?
Exactly. Something, anything in that space. But even if it was just another skin for like your app or something that you could personalize, I would even take that. Really and truly, I would. But I think, there's a lot of interactive capabilities that they haven't really tapped into yet. So I would love to see that.
Great idea. I love the idea of like keeping track of stuff. It's not because they do it behind the scenes. Dude, let us have some of that data. Come on, man.
Right?
Just give it to us. All right, Scott, where's your traction going? What's it gonna be?
I mean, I always complain about how they're always adding IP. I just don't have enough time right now to think of like a creative original ride. So I'm just gonna go with an IP one right now. And I've always said there should be like a 101 Dalmatians ride, like a dark ride. I love dark rides. I think a dark ride of 101 Dalmatians would be really cool. Like kind of going through the movie, but add some like cool elements too. Like maybe there is like a little drop in there or something, like Corella's chasing you a little bit at the end, and you do like a little roller coaster thing. Like it starts off slow and then it picks up, with the chase, and it ends happily ever after at the end, with all the puppies. I think it'd be really fun, but I'm gonna do something kind of crazy. It's not going to go in Magic Kingdom, which is where you think 101 Dalmatians would go.
Animal Kingdom.
This is bonkers. I'm putting it at Disney Springs. We're going to build a ride.
Oh, shut up! What is it going to be like a lightning lane situation all the time, or what are we doing?
No, I mean it's just going to be there. It's just going to be part of like you're just going there, just going to Disney Springs. I mean the lines might be ridiculously long, right? Because like you're not paying an admission there, but I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe it is like a lightning lane thing there. You get on your lightning lane, you go to Boathouse to have a couple things, then you go do your 101 Dalmatians attraction. But I think it'd be kind of interesting to have a ride at Disney Springs. Like we don't need like a whole theme park of rides going on there, but I think it'd be cool to have an attraction there. So I'm adding it to Disney Springs.
I was with you till you put it at Disney Springs, dude. Disney Springs is crazy. You pay like $5 to ride the little mall train over there at the marketplace. And so you're going to throw this sweet, great ride. Disney Springs is crazy enough. Like, have you ever been there during Christmas without a ride? Dude, that place you get mugged. Like, it'd be so crazy.
Let's see what happens.
Man, that'd be so popular. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. Yeah, pay for it like you do the balloon. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I guess it could be like, I guess the balloon's a ride. Now that I think about it, think about it. I guess the balloon is a ride.
I mean, let's think. You basically pay for all these rides in the park anyway.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you're not. You're sly like a fox. I had that suit
I'm just trying to be.
Today.
I'm just trying to be different, like I do.
No, that's why you look like the president in that portrait.
In that headshot.
Exactly, dude. That's
what's your ride, Mike?
You know what? I'm nostalgic, right? I'm bringing back an old classic to the Magic Kingdom that's been long gone. You know what ride I'd always love to bring back? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to Fantasyland. Now that I've got to ride the subs out at Disneyland and I survived them, I wasn't sure if I could handle it because of the claustrophobia thing. When they closed that hatch that first time, I was like, because it is tight. It is tight in there. But I did ride with that one time I was at Magic Kingdom when I was like in 5th grade. We were passing through because the spring training thing with the Phillies. We did ride that ride, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And I remember my dad at the time had that old videotape, the camera that had like you carried around half of the VCR like on your shoulder, and you had the camera, it looked like a TV crew on your shoulder. And we have videotape of that somewhere. It was in 1985. And I remember I watched that videotape forever when we got home and we rode that ride. I remember like the bubbles going by in the porthole and all the little fish swimming around and, you know, all the sounds. Like the sounds were so cool. Like, as you went down. I just thought that was like the most, because I swore like I was going, you know, thousands of feet underwater. It was so immersive. I'd love to have that back. I know it's probably not a great ride for nowadays because it's slow. It doesn't fit a lot of people. But I mean, it gets by out in Disneyland. It's a cool ride. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. And it's interesting. There's so many different ways. Like, I feel like they could almost theme it differently at different times too.
Yeah.
Like, let's have a holiday 20,000.
Let's go.
I don't know.
Put Christmas lights on it on the top.
Right. Yes, exactly. No, but I feel like it's something.
Our Bazmore says, people move over to Disneyland. We're getting a lot of Kronk and Yzma coasters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Let's see here. Billy said, my new ride would be an interactive ride that would move through the process of animation, starting with the history of animation and progressing through to current CGI methods. I would use onboard cameras and CGI to feature guests in different eras of animation. Kind of sounds like that experience I used to have at the studios, kind of like a mesh of that. Remember the old, what was that show where they bring you up and like you do the sounds and the sound, where American Idol was, Frozen is now. It was kind of a show there that kind of gave you back behind the scenes of how they put TV shows together, like the Foley artists and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I like that. All right, last one. Add a new land to any park. What would be your theme? A new country to World Showcase, a new land based on a film franchise. So we get to add a land for the last one to any park. Oh, who's up
I mean,
first?
I would love to add
I think Scott's up
another
first.
pavilion to Epcot.
That's what I would probably do too. What country would you add to World Showcase?
Oh man, so I mean, I know a lot of people talk about this one too, but I would love it too. I think Australia would be great.
I agree.
I think that'd
Yeah,
be
that's what
fantastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had to like put out the map to see like where exactly I want to plot it, but I know Imagineers talk about their space to do it. And I would maybe you gut out that section between like the Africa outpost area. Maybe there's something you could put there. That's a huge footprint right there. But I would love to see Australia, and I think that'd be super cool. I know there's a lot of Australian listeners of the podcast too. I'm sure they would like to. See
we have
that.
tons, and I mean Australia. I've always done research on Australia. I so want to go there someday, and there's so much to it. Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, that's yours, but I would love to see Australia come to World Showcase. I mean, the food is made. I mean, again, Mike in the Midwest. What's my touch point to Australian food? Outback. I'd like to see something a little blooming onion action, a little shrimp on the Barbie. I mean, I'd like to see it a little
Crocodile Dundee.
Exactly. That's why I need Australia to come to Epcot, people.
Mike needs some edutainment.
Exactly. Can we get a little closer than that? So I need Epcot. No, you know, but what's like? I mean, so do we have like? I'm trying to think in Epcot. What's the closest we have to like a Caribbean like representation in Epcot? Like a Jamaica, a Haiti, like like the Caribbean nations. Do we have anything like that? Is it just too close that's why they're not represented? You know, because the Caribbean's so close to South Florida, Central Florida, just Florida in general. But I love like.
I mean, America's pretty close too.
It's true. I mean, they always say they're hosting World Showcase, right? We're hosting.
Yeah.
But I love I think that'd be kind of cool to have like.
Yeah.
I guess you maybe need more exotic countries, but I don't know, maybe like the Caribbean as a whole. It was kind of fun. I like
I dig
jerk
it.
chicken,
Yeah.
Jamaican
I think
bobsled
they could
team.
figure out how to do it. I
Tying
Yeah,
think
with
that,
that.
especially because they're already there, sort of enmeshed with that, that area too, because of the cruise line. I think that they could.
Tying with Cool Runnings, my favorite movies. Let's go. All right, Pam.
Maybe
I'm
that'll be
running out
one
of
of the.
ideas.
Maybe they can add a ride like a bobsled.
Yeah, now we're
Really
talking.
think.
Well, I mean, you know what though? If you ever sail with Royal Caribbean and you go to Labadee, they have the most dangerous Cool Runnings experience on that island because I did it with Paige. It's a gravity coaster. And I swear it's what they train on for the Jamaican bobsled team, but we won't talk about that right now. Go ahead, Pam. What do you got?
Golly, this is rough for me. And I think the one probably that I would find to be interesting is probably Greece. And I was trying to think, like, will it be different from Morocco? And it would definitely. I think that there are some opportunities for definitely food there because there's some great Greek food. I think that there's a good opportunity maybe for some characters when you think about it. Like you could do Hercules, you could do stuff like that. I think it would be probably a like heavily attended one because I think so many people want to go to Greece but aren't quite sure what all is involved in that, right? And so it could certainly be beautiful, especially if you get some of those beautiful Greek vistas that we all see the photos of and whatnot. So, and Disney's so good at that, of bringing that sort of thing to life, that I think they could do a good job. So I think it has something sort of for everybody, right? That they just, they need to sort of put it into, think it out the whole way and think what that's going to look like. But yeah, I think it would be great just to see that part of the world represented. And it's weird too, because Morocco is not really sponsored by Morocco anymore. Like what's happening there, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. So I mean, when we have stuff like the Florida Blue going into the main restaurant there, then that's sort of like, oh, things have gone not so good here. But, so.
You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I love all. I mean, I just love any idea of an Epcot World Showcase expansion. I think that would just be
Agreed.
jaw-dropping if that was announced today. Like I just think that would just be nuts, and I would love to see it.
So
the people would go wild.
I mean, so at the Millennium, they had the Millennium Village, right? They had that in the World Showplace. Is that not in play anymore, Pam? You think because of corporate events and rentals and stuff like that? I mean, because that was pretty. I mean, I didn't get to see it, but I saw it like on videos and promo stuff, and that looked amazing. Because it was like the countries got to kind of get a taste of it, like mini pavilions.
Right. And there are a lot of corporate events that end up being there. It's one of the event spaces that they actually have available and is big enough to house some of the larger groups. When you think about, there's so much about World Showcase. It's my favorite place in Walt Disney World and my most frustrating place in Walt Disney World, right? Like if Rose and Crown can literally only manage to come up with 4 entrees.
Right.
Things have gone horribly wrong. Like what? I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand why they can't do better. And then when you think about like even some of the other restaurants that are there, I think part of getting to know a culture has to do with food and the people. And so they brought back people from other countries for sure. But I think each one of the restaurants there could use some love. Like, I don't know that the Germany pavilion, I as much as I think that it is one that people enjoy, the buffet and whatnot, I think that there's a lot of other food from Germany that people could experience. I think when you're looking at something like Italy, I don't know that there's a great representation of true Italian food there. I mean, believe me, I like Via Napoli as much as the rest. But I think that having been to Italy, there are some options that aren't represented there well, and I think
I
could
thought
do
they
better.
just ate like quattro formaggio in Italy, right? That's it.
That's it.
Just
Yes.
white pizza. That's all I care about.
All day long. No. But I mean, they could just do a better job with these things. And even we know, like the restaurant in China is really not attended that well. Japan has sort of, I just think that there are options that they could introduce people to.
Absolutely.
Give us better representation of the actual country. So,
but I guess it gets back to like you got to have something that's kid friendly. People that don't like to take chances with their dining.
I know we can offer a chicken option at every one of these.
Each one can have a chicken tender option.
There you go. Exactly. My girl.
100%. They can have an adult version of the kids' entrees for those who would like it.
All right, real quick. Billy's says my land will be dedicated to classic Disney movies and will be all dark rides, trackless rides, and especially boat rides. I can get behind that.
I like
100%.
Billy puts us all to shame.
Oh,
So
yeah.
He did.
I
Yes.
mean, I am not good at this kind of thing. I might have a flash of an idea, but to carry it out the whole way, that is not my.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Billy took a lot of time to put this together, and it's kind of been sitting there because I wanted to make sure we had the panel together to do this. But we appreciate Billy giving us these ideas, and I know our thoughts weren't perfect because I wanted to kind of do this as an exercise where we were on the spot, and more so that our listeners, if you're on a run, to kind of just think about these things, but. Also, this is why it's a great Friday show. I think, on the weekends, a lot of times you go out to dinner with your family on a Saturday night, or you're hanging out driving in the car. Like I know, Scott, you do a lot of road trips on the weekends, like going to Frankenmuth or whatever it is. You could have this conversation on the road. Like, where would you put a land or a new restaurant and so forth? And this could be a conversation starter for the weekend, so you can have some fun with your family. So that's kind of the goal of our podcast. And Billy teed it up for all of us, and we appreciate him so very much. So thanks, Billy, for the great show, and hope you enjoyed it. So, and hope everybody else enjoyed it out there as well. So hope you have a great weekend. Wrapping it up, don't forget, show's always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We love to help you plan your next Disney adventure. No additional cost to you. That's the great thing. It's a win-win. It costs you nothing extra. You get great service. We help you out with the entire trip. Going to get the best deals, and it supports the podcast. Everybody wins. So check out all the details this weekend over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Click through there. It supports the show. Again, supports everybody. Finally, you can become a patron of the show. It's $5 a month. That's all it is. And you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. So come on over this weekend. We'd love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can give me a follow on the social media at beourguestmike. That's on Instagram, x.com, and Threads. Scott is at epscott, EPSCOT, in those same places. But the place you got to go, Must See Adventures over on YouTube. Scott, let everybody know about the channel. What's happening over there?
Just starting our new series of last summer's trip. We're all thinking about summer trips right now, booking them and things like that. So wanted to share our Be Our Guest podcast cruise from last year. So go check it out. Must See Adventures.
Like and subscribe. Check it out this weekend when you got a little downtime. Put it on the big TV in the living room. Looks great in high def and
Yeah,
big
Mike's
TV.
going to look really great. It's
Yeah,
high
right.
definition,
Right.
4K
Don't do
on the
that.
big screen.
Don't do that. I take that back. Watch it on your phone.
No, it'll look good. It'll look good.
Also follow Pam, TMFLT Pam, on the socials as well. Don't forget, we have the Clubhouse. beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. Your free invitation is waiting for you. It's the greatest Disney community on the internet. Everybody's friendly. It's so much fun to talk to everybody over there. And a live show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Give us a call. We'll be talking Disney with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll continue this if you want to over there during the show. All right, time to jump out of here. Hope you have a great weekend. So for Pam and Scott, I'm Mike, wishing you a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.